in the same game and he's projected to go second round? What does that make me?
Makes sense. How has practice been so far?
Tough. These guys really get after it in scrimmages, but it's gonna make me a complete player. Someone any NBA team could use.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think we got what we need.
Nice. Look,
A city with tremendous history and a love for basketball. We are live in Paris. Good evening and welcome. We have FPSL action coming your way here on 2K Sports. Nanterre versus Paris. I'm Blake Zuniga, joined by Tim Swartz and Brian Beneficeni. We should have a fun one here.
The FBS season is young, and so is the talent here in Paris. I'm excited to see how Benoit Lambert looks this year, as well as the newcomer, MP.
MP, the latest American to jump over and join Paris FC's roster, and not an easy transition, fellas.
No, not at all, Blake, but this is the path MP chose. And we'll find out very quickly how he stacks up against some of the best young talents that France has to offer. And a lot of great talent on the floor in this one, but the big name has to be Benoit Lambert, really a guy that could play in the NBA one day.
Now here's Peltier. Outside Marks. Shot clock at 6. Peltier left side. Pass to Marchand. Another shot. Harris grabs the miss. Outside from deep, drills it from outside. Well, we don't know if Lambert has any intention to head over the pond to play in the United States, but the skill is certainly there.
Well, he's so young, but already has a claim as one of the best shooters in all of Europe. Very easy release, can hit shots with a hand in his face. He's the star on this Nanterre team, and he's got a bright future.
And so many of the prospects here in France dream of representing Les Bleus on the international stage.
The French national team is as great as it's ever been. You look around this league, and the level of prospects here and going into the NBA is as strong as any nation.
Marchand with it. He's picked up by Dumont.
Well, at almost 7 feet tall, Lambert can certainly hammer it home, especially when he's given ideal position.
Now here's MP. Left side Dumont. Dumont on the wing. MP. Chauvet covering. And plenty of contact on the shots, so the 2 free throws coming up.
Now, something that's interesting, you kind of think about, is the fitness level of these players at the professional level. It's something else. You don't realize how demanding the game is until you're here.
Everything is faster, and you have to push your body to match it. For young guys like MP and these other prospects, that can be a very tough adjustment.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, yeah, you talk to MP, and he'll tell you it's been a great experience coming to Europe, playing at this level. He's worked really hard to continue to improve his skills while facing top competition. It's been a win-win.
Now here's Marks. Good on the bucket.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him to the rim that well with a pass.
Paris trailing. MP outside. Let's go with a 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, for a guy like an MP trying to make a name for himself, hitting threes, he'll go a long way.
Down low. Chauvet. Hey, that's good.
You know, one thing for a lot of these young players, this is the first time they're going up against grown men.
The level of strength is something you cannot prepare for. When you face off against players that do this for a living, it's a little bit different than in youth programs.
Now here's MP. He's got 8. Clock at 4. Illich. And here's Ahern behind the arc. The shot is good on the assist by Illich.
Well, Paris needs Ahern's scoring from all over the floor. His three-point shooting can trigger their entire attack.
Here's Chauvet. And Elich pulls it down. Paris with the lead. Back to MP.
And he wheels that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, you have to love the confidence on display from MP. He knows how dangerous he can be off the catch.
Pass to Chauvet. Marks. Screen by Lambert.
From the low block. Elich the block.
Great anticipation there from Elich, managing to knock it away.
And here we see the debut of MP, a guy who made his way over from Vermont in the United States.
Yeah, I'm real interested to watch MP. He's looking to try and carve out a path to becoming a professional player, either here in Europe or back in the NBA. His agent urged him to come to France and develop his game.
Now here's Marks.
He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pulls up from the top of the key.
Peltier, no good. MP right side.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game.
Paris FC basket ahead.
Leading by 3. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter.
And welcome back as we get set to start this. Paris FC basket, call time.
Starting the second quarter and about a minute gone.
Ahern outside. Pass to Portier. MP up top.
Trying his luck deep.
Now Visior. And stolen by Lambert. And for the young players like MP joining this team, they're trying to find their role in the rotation.
It's not always easy, how to fit in here in Europe. It's a really high level of play. And it's especially difficult for those like MP who come from overseas.
Here's Bleu. Kick out to Chauvet.
The 3 ball.
And called in by Paris. MP on the wing. Chauvet covering. Outside Elich. And here's Ahern behind the arc. Offensive rebound.
And he makes that one.
And he's a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. That's what he brings to the table.
Pass to Chauvet.
Inside.
Out to Peltier. Basket good off the assist from Lambert.
There's Frankie Peltier helping the team stretch out that defense.
And the coach of this Paris FC team, Lane Graves, he worked his way through the ranks. He spent some time as an assistant coach in the NBA before relocating to Europe.
No doubt. Graves is an American coach, and that shows up a bit in the sets he draws up. But at the end of the day, he's proved that he knows his X's and O's.
Now here's Chauvet.
8 points for him. Drills the 3-pointer.
An assertive shot from Peltier. He was looking to hit them with the answer triple.
MP up top. Chauvet covering. Pass to Elich. MP.
Clock at 6 from outside the arc.
And Lambert pulls it down. Nanterre in the lead. It's Peltier on the wing. And again, Nanterre with the triple.
And Peltier is dangerous when he's shooting with confidence. Nice work rising and firing off the catch.
And Ahern gets it to go.
Good pass work. The assist was right on target.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Outside Chauvet. Here's Bleu. Covered by Portier. Peltier outside. And it's Peltier missing again. And here's Paris. Trailing by 2. MB, no good. Chauvet with it. Now guarded by Portier. Outside Chauvet. Here's Girard. Yes, and a nice assist from Chauvet.
Great job getting the ball to the right guy there. Chauvet showing what a good facilitator he can be.
Here's MP.
He falls through, making him 6 for 11 in this contest.
The defenders didn't really even get a sniff of him on that move to the cylinder.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Pass to Bleu.
Three-pointer sinks the triple.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
And here's MP from the arc.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Only took him a few seconds to answer the three ball at one end with their own.
A three-point battle starting to take shape here.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going on here.
Nanterre lead out in front.
They're up by 3. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Good to have you back with us for this matchup between Nanterre Elite and Paris FC Basket. The second half just getting underway. One thing we can be sure of, there will be plenty of scouts in the stands for all of these games.
Yeah, the French League is a hotbed for talent, and scouts from all over will be watching. There's a chance several of these players make the jump to a bigger club, or even, dare I say, the NBA.
Gets it to go from downtown.
Just on fire from beyond the arc.
And it seems like just about all his points are coming from downtown.
Pass to Lambert. Now Marshall. Back to Lambert. Here's Chauvet.
The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Using his size to his advantage. I like whenever Lambert captures the board.
Back to MP.
He tries for 3.
And it's Nanterre with the rebound. Peltier, guarded by Dumont. Marchand outside. Here's Chauvet. Good, and Marchand gets the assist.
Man, Chauvet was just calling for that one. He was confident in that shot.
A leaner.
Marchand with the rebound. And so here's Nanterre.
Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. And the first one drops.
When we talk to scouts, GMs, people in the NBA, it's almost a certainty Lambert will be playing in North America soon. Most projections, most people we talk to have him going probably early in the second round.
Paris trailing. MP outside.
Here's Zadirko. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, at just about 250 pounds, Zadirko can be a wrecking ball in close.
Now here's Marks.
Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points in the game. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good.
Here's Elich.
And he drops in the layup off glass.
And Bogey Elich might not be the player he once was, but he can still be a factor.
When the burst he used to have is replaced by his leadership on the floor. Much like his twin brother Lazar, who plays for Madrid, Elich is a guy who has found success throughout the years and knows how to win.
Now here's Zadirko.
MP outside.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, MP certainly found his groove tonight. The defense can't allow him to keep rolling like this.
And there's a foul called on MP.
That's his first foul. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Here's Chauvet.
He's got 10.
Peltier outside. Marchand.
Launches it.
And Nanterre Elite again can't hit.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
Here's Zadirko.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Ahern.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
And so far, we've seen MP getting the better of Lambert out there. Are you guys surprised?
Well, a lot of scouts came here to watch Lambert do his thing, but MP has been the star of the show so far. There's no denying that.
Well, you gotta like that, huh? That's a nice, clean release on Peltier's jumper.
Outside Dumont. MP shoots a three. Another three for Paris.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Now here's Marchand. Peltier outside. It's Marks on the wing.
No good with the triple.
Harris with the lead. Pass to Vasseur. Back to Ahern. Here's MP.
Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here.
That one on Chauvet.
Well, this is what happens when you have a bag full of tools. MP's putting the defender in really a difficult position.
And so he hits both.
And so here's Nanterre. Here's Beaumarchais.
To the middle.
Lambert.
Lays it up and banks it in. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry.
Paris FC back. And we welcome you back to Paris. The two teams are... outside.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Puts up a three.
Rebound by Nanterre. Now Marchand. It's Marks on the wing. Defended by Elich. And that one's good. Marks.
Well, the defense on both sides has been invisible in this one.
That's the word for it. This game has had the look of a layup line for the most part. Put me in, coach.
Put me in, too.
Pass to Elich. MP.
They get it back. Zadirko. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
That's a big moment, and the big man Zadirko took it head on.
There's another one for Nanterre Elite.
That's a big bucket right there. Peltier knew his team needed one, and he stepped up.
And here's MP from the arc. And Lambert pulls it down. Nanterre in the lead. Peltier outside.
And stolen by Zadirko.
MP with it. Chauvet covering. Here's MP for three. And Lambert pulls it down.
There are things he does well and things he doesn't. Three-point shot, that's one of those things he doesn't. Big-time bucket. Marchand coming through. Those are important points.
Pass to Elich. Back to MP. Extending his range. Rebound by Nanterre.
That shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make a comeback.
Fires the three.
And Peltier for three.
They've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch into the final quarter.
Yeah, they're looking very determined to close this one out as soon as they can.
If there's a time to increase the lead, it's the fourth.
Drops in the tray.
The bigger the moment, the brighter MP shines. That is a play to remember.
To the paint.
Peltier outside. And Nanterre Elite another three.
He shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect, and like we say, he's been making music all day long.
to just 5.
Looking to make his mark right here in Europe, there's no better way to do it than with big shots like that.
And so here's Nanterre.
And an intentional foul right there. Here's Chauvet.
I love MP's dedication on the defensive end. He does all he can to make things hard in the shoot.
Chauvet with it. He's picked up by DeMol.
And that's an intentional foul.
Marshall outside.
5 to shoot.
Pass to Lambert. Stolen by Elich.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he anticipated that pass beautifully to come away with the steal.
Well, this is what Paris likes about Elich. The big man is always willing to make the extra pass.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those seconds away.
No, and you've got to foul. It's going to come down to free throws.
Pressure situation.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line.
And it's a 4-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys.
Timeout called Paris.
Quick bucket and foul. It's really the only option they have at this point.
And the important thing, Tim, is who they foul. They don't want to send an ace to the line if they can avoid it.
Exactly, Brian. Find the worst free throw shooter immediately.
Here's MP for... Paris FC basket to start out.
And a lot of great talent on the floor in this one. But the big name has to be Benoit Lambert, really a guy that could play in the NBA one day.
And here's MP from the arc. It's it'll be Nanterre elite off the tip.
And a lot of great talent on the floor in this one. But the big name has to be Benoit Lambert, really a guy that could play in the NBA one day.
Now here's Marks. And out of bounds, Paris will take it.
I gotta ask, where was he going with that pass? Awful turnover.
MP on the wing. Chauvet covering. And here's MP from the arc.
Gets a three-pointer to fall.
Well, we don't know if Lambert has any intention to head over the pond to play in the United States, but the skill is certainly there.
Well, he's so young, but already has the claim as one of the best shooters in all of Europe. Very easy release, can hit shots with a hand in his face. He's the star on this Nanterre team, and he's got a bright future.
Now here's Chauvet. Ahern with the rebound. Dumont on the wing. He started by Peltier. MP is good. And so many of the prospects here in France dream of representing Les Bleus on the international stage.
The French national team is as great as it's ever been. You look around this league, and the level of prospects here and going into the NBA is as strong as any nation.
Now here's Lambert. Call for three. And Tara Lee again can't hit.
To the inside.
And Elitch with the dunk.
Their offense has come together immediately. They're threatening to run away with this game.
I can't imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they can even come close, look out.
Yeah, to pick up and keep this offensive pace would be insane.
And they're getting beat up pretty bad out there.
Yep, you know, they can't keep up the status quo. They've got to make some changes.
Yeah, this game will be over quickly.
Unafraid to get into the lane and challenge that defense, Gabriel Chauvet.
Dirko outside. Pass to Elitch. Won't. MP outside.
4 on the clock. Off target from the wing.
And here we see the debut of MP, a guy who made his way over from Vermont in the United States.
Yeah, I'm really interested to watch MP. He's looking to try and carve out a path to becoming a professional player, either here in Europe or back in the NBA. His agent urged him to come to France and develop his game.
Now here's Lambert. Over Ahern. There's another one for Nanterre Elite.
Nice touch from the mid-range by Lambert. He's a taller player who can really do damage with his jumper.
MP, no good. Nanterre trailing. And there's a foul called on MP.
That is his first foul of the game.
And so here's Nanterre. And it's Chauvet missing.
Oh, sometimes you just want to show off your range.
We already know how good his range is, so he shouldn't be firing from that.
MP is good.
You know, one thing for a lot of these young players, this is the first time they're going up against grown men.
The level of strength is something you cannot prepare for. When you face off against players that do this for a living, it's a little bit different than in youth programs.
Now here's Dirko. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Hits it from 3-point range.
Huge advantage for them already.
Total control, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I'd look for this lead to get even bigger.
Absolutely.
Out to Peltier. Screen by Lambert. Good chance here for Peltier.
No good from the wing.
MP outside.
From beyond the arc.
And Paris, another triple.
Well, the three-pointer has to be his best friend today, no question.
It has been today, anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Three-pointer's a nice friend to have.
It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Out to Peltier. And Nanterre Elite again can't hit. Ahern on the wing. Back to MP.
From past the arc, screams it from beyond the arc.
They are doing some damage from downtown, guys.
Which is the main reason they're sitting on this huge early lead. What shooting.
Just an aerial display from beyond the arc.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far.
Paris FC basket ahead. And welcome back as we get set to start the second quarter here.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play.
And for the young players like MP joining this team, they're trying to find their role in the rotation.
It's not always easy, how to fit in here in Europe. It's a really high level of play. And it's especially difficult for those like MP who come from overseas.
And he banks in the layup.
A big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose, guys.
And that goes for both ends of the floor. They've been controlling the action everywhere.
Just dominant.
Pass to Peltier.
Beyond the arc.
Ahern with the rebound.
Yeah, you look at him, you watch him, and you notice his mechanics are totally out of whack. He's lost all feel for his shot.
And you can tell that just by looking at his numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Boy.
It's Peltier on the wing.
Here's Girard. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Kicks it out to MP.
This one for three. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
And the coach of this Paris FC team, Wayne Graves, he worked his way through the ranks. He would spend some time as an assistant coach in the NBA before relocating to Europe.
No doubt. Graves is an American coach, and that shows up a bit in the sets he draws up. But at the end of the day, he's proved that he knows his X's and O's.
From about 16.
And Lambert pulls it down. Here's Luke. He's covered by Ahern.
What a find right there by Lambert. Passes like this shows how unselfish he could be.
Here's Paris.
Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's MP for three.
That's good, and it's Peltier with the assist.
All the three-pointers coming off his fingers have just been right on the money.
Good from Lambert.
Well, everybody knows that Lambert can do work outside, but what you might forget is he's got no trouble scoring inside as well. And he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Outside Chauvet. Peltier outside.
Knocks down the three ball.
There's Frankie Peltier helping the team stretch out that defense.
Out to the wing.
Back to MP. Out to Bissure. Now MP.
Just 5 to 2.
And Paris, another triple.
The answer three from MP. Listen, he never backs down. MP is a guy who's had to earn everything.
And here's Peltier.
Basket good.
Nice work inside. Hard to get that one over the big fella.
Well, it was never going to be easy. A little artistry on the inside.
Call it maybe a Rembrandt.
And MP again.
And MP is just taking charge right now. Every time he gets the ball, he's looking to score.
Girard.
The three-pointer off the mark. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Paris FC basket ahead.
Running away with it. We'll be right back to the action when we return.
Good to have you back with us for this matchup between Nanterre Elite and Paris FC Basket. The second half just getting underway. One thing we can be sure of, there will be plenty of scouts in the stands for all of these games.
Yeah, the French League is a hotbed for talent, and scouts from all over will be watching. There's a chance several of these players make the jump to a bigger club, or even, dare I say, the NBA.
Really got a finger to that shot in the block attempt.
That was just as effective as a block. It made him completely change his release point and caused the miss.
Yeah, it wasn't officially a block, but really it might as well have been.
Here's Lambert.
And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Don't take your eyes off him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor.
Ahern outside. Dumont. Here's MP.
He has 40. 6 on the shot clock.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Ahern.
You have to admire how assertive MP is. Ready to shoot as soon as he gets it.
Here's Marchand. And Marchand with the stuff.
Just some genius offense. Great move in the lane and the flood.
There was just no way for the D to handle it.
Just outsmarting his opponents.
You've just got to sit back, kick your feet up, and admire the creativity on that.
Out to Ahern. Back to MP.
Tries a three.
And it's Nanterre with the rebound.
To the wing on the left.
Three-pointer Chauvet. It's rebounded by Dumont. Here's Paris. MP outside. MP on the wing.
There's the three. The three-pointer is on target.
Well, hey, MP can make that shot, especially when you allow him time and space to get comfortable.
Pass to Lambert. Outside Marks. Good on the triple.
Three's going down quickly at both ends.
What an answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back.
Everybody gets a three.
Now Illich. Covered by Marchand. MP up top.
Non-stop scoring machine here.
And here's Ahern behind the arc. Marchand outside.
To the left side wing.
Here's Lambert.
A rebound by Zadirko.
Here's Paris. MP on the wing. Dumont. Back to MP.
Puts up the three.
That one falls. Nice feed from Dumont.
And I love MP's shot selection. Just keeping things simple and taking what the defense is giving him.
Pass to Chauvet.
From downtown.
And again, Nanterre with the triple.
As some players, you can give that shot. He's not one of them. Terrible job by the defense.
And so far, we've seen MP getting the better of Lambert out there. Are you guys surprised?
Well, a lot of scouts came here to watch Lambert do his thing, but MP has been the star of the show so far. There's no denying that.
Pass to Marchand.
Inside.
Out to Peltier. And Nanterre another three.
An assertive shot from Peltier. He was looking to hit them with the answer triple.
Down low. Here's MP. And the layup is good. After a nice lead pass.
They keep going to him, and he keeps coming through. He's leading the game in scoring.
Pass to Lambert. Marks.
No good on the three.
Now here's Dumont. He started by Peltier.
Count that bucket.
Great job by Dumont getting out in the break. That's the type of play you expect from a leader like him.
Up top, Marchand. Started by Dumont.
To the middle.
Here's Lambert.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Yeah, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look.
And he'll be shooting his first free throws. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already.
Paris FC basket ahead.
Opening a huge gap.
And we welcome you back to Paris. The two teams are all set as we get this. MP outside.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it.
Pass to Blanchet.
Shot clock at 5 from the top of the key.
And Lambert pulls it down. Marchand for three. Yes, and a nice assist from Chauvet.
It's always nice to have a power forward who can shoot the three. Marchand showing off his range.
And this could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What a performance it's been.
And here's MP from the arc. And it's Peltier with the rebound. And Nanterre lead with possession. Marks, covered by MP. Peltier, no good. Pass to MP. Here's Ahern. Kicks it out to MP.
From beyond the arc.
They get it again. Outside Illich. MP.
The second chance effort. And he lays it in.
That just adds to what's probably already an insurmountable lead. I think they'll be leaving here with a win.
Yeah, hard to imagine any other outcome than the one that's staring us right in the face.
Pass to Marks. And Nanterally, another three.
Knocking it down from outside. Great work by Marks, stretching out the floor.
Now called Paris. So it's both teams making substitutions here. MP outside. Paris FC basket with another miss. Here's Bleu.
To the paint.
Here's Girard.
Soft touch off the glass. And they can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Give themselves a little bit of a break.
And here's MP from the arc.
Connects from three-point range.
And that's going to be the nail.
I'd say so. They've done a great job of closing this one out, never backing off, even with the big lead.
Pass to Beaumarchais. Here's Bleu. Here's Girard.
The three is up.
And again, Nanterre with the triple. And it's Paris with the ball.
13-point lead. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Here's MP for three. Rebound by Nanterre. It's Nanterre coming up the floor. Here's Beaumarchais.
No good on the triple.
Here's MP.
And a missed layup.
And that'll do it. Paris FC coming away with the win. A nice showing from the young team.
Everyone knew this Paris team would be young, and I think they turned some ahead with how far along they are in their development.
A lot to like here from Paris. You know, the debut of MP gives their fan base hope for the season.
I'll be interested in how he develops over the year, because he can clearly be an impact player for Paris, and they could be a dangerous team as the season goes on.
And so that'll do it for now. For Tim Sports, Brian Banafitemi, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Blake Suniga saying thanks for watching.
Andy, thanks for joining us.
No problem. Happy to be here.
How are you adjusting to the level of competition in France? It's a big step up from high school, yes?
They play hard here in France, and everyone's a pro, so the level of competition is a lot better than in high school. But I got some great teammates and coaches, and they're helping me get up to speed.
Okay, so despite the adjustment, you managed to outplay Benoit Lambert. Was that a focus for you tonight?
Yeah, my focus is always going to be on winning. I've made no secret that I want to play in the NBA, so I know that Benoit is a big-time prospect here, but I'm here to work on my game, become the best player I can be, and help my team get wins.
Thank you, MP.
You're welcome.
Pete, I want to put a little something in your ear, okay?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
All right, now I know we're here to work on your draft stock, but I saw your post-game interview the other day, and I don't think you should talk about the NBA with the press that much.
What you mean?
Same goes for your social videos.
Wait. I'm just being honest out there. Like, I don't understand what that has to do with the management. You even said that it was okay in the contract negotiations.
No. Look, I'm not worried about management. I'm worried about your teammates. They might not like a constant reminder that you see them as a stepping stone.
But that's not true. You really need to give that snooze button a break, Boggy.
You say nothing.
Oh, Oh, man. Hey, Cap. I think he's finally starting to respect me.
No. You have not earned this yet.
Right. Because I'm a rookie.
If this is something you want, for Bogdan to like you, you must continue doing what you are doing. First person in the gym, and the last person out. And then maybe after a few months' time, if you are still working...
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, MP, and I'm coming to you live from Strasbourg, France. I'm getting ready to play against Basket Pro, and I'm here with their top prospect, Vince Ledoux. Vince, thank you for coming on Out of Bounds. Welcome to the show.
You're welcome.
Hey, so Vince here is mocked as high as late first round in next year's NBA draft. Who that boy is?
It's Vincent, MP. Vincent.
Right, my bad. Vincent. Why don't you describe your games to my follower?
But you don't watch tape?
Oh, no, I watch tape. I just wanted to hear from your own perspective.
Okay, I'm a playmaker.
An iconic view of the medieval architecture and waterways of Strasbourg, France. We've got FBSL action coming your way. I'm Blake Zuniga with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi. We welcome you to our coverage of Paris FC versus Strasbourg here on 2K Sports.
And the name that everyone is here to watch is Vincent Ledoux. This guy is one of the top prospects in all of France. We are so excited to see what he can do out on this floor.
And Ledoux might be one of the best that France has to offer. But Paris has an American prospect with MP.
Yeah, Paris, they're so excited about the development of MP. They think he is every bit as talented as Ledoux, and tonight they have a chance to prove it. Well, we've seen some great playmakers come out of France before, but Vincent Ledoux might be the best of them when he's finished with his career.
Now here's Ahern. Here's MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ahern.
And I love MP's shot selection. Just keeping things simple and taking what the defense is giving him.
Here's Ledoux. Again, Ledoux missing. And as you said, Ledoux, an incredible playmaker, and his feel for the game is something that has him rated as one of the top prospects in the league.
Well, the vision he displays is unreal. When you have a player so young, to have such a strong understanding of space and passing, that's something that coaches dream about.
And we know the backstory with MP. I think he views his time in France as a way to prove to others that he can play at an elite level.
And we don't know if that's in Europe or back in the United States, but you just get the feeling from MP that this stint is a bit of a showcase for the rest of his career.
Now here's MP.
He's got 7. Drops in the tray.
Shooting with no hesitation. And we just have to admire MP's confidence in firing off the catch.
Here's Vasseur.
7-point differential. 5 to shoot.
Kick out to Ledoux.
That 3 off the mark.
And you look at the Strasbourg team. They aren't title favorites by any means, but they can compete.
Well, they lack the overall depth that you need. With Ledoux running the show, that I think anything is possible here.
Ahern, no good. Strasbourg with the ball.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Ledoux. Softly drops in the floater.
A difficult shot look easy. Ledoux has a great feel for when he should dial up the floater.
Outside for Illich. Small. Pass to Ahern. Now MP.
Puts up a 3. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up, 5 down for him so far.
What a performance. It seems like every 3 he shoots is falling for him. He's just in the zone right now.
And when you look around the NBA, it's not hard to find a French player who got their start in this league.
And I think that is in part probably because of the way that France has developed their basketball program. But it also speaks volumes for the way this league can prepare players to make that jump over to the NBA.
Now here's MP.
13 points in this game. From beyond the arc.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Ahern.
As long as the threes keep dropping for him, he'll keep firing them.
As he should. When you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, why not?
The teammates just keep feeding the hot hand.
He might be small for a center, but it doesn't matter because he can jump out of the building.
Takes it out to Zadirko. Back to MP.
Fires from deep.
Strasburg with the rebound.
Oh, look at the potential they do. It's through the roof.
The way he can facilitate is rare. He's not there quite yet, but you could see him having the type of vision that LeBron, Jokic, and Chris Paul have. It's got that kind of potential.
Total control on the long-range shot. Lemieux had it dialed in just how he likes it.
Pass to Ledoux.
This one for three. No good on that shot. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter.
Paris FC basket ahead. Up. And welcome back to the second quarter of this match. And for some of these athletes coming in from overseas, it can be quite the culture shock.
It's not easy to adjust to a team in a city you don't know with a language you don't speak. It's a bit of a time to grow up moment, if you will, but those who make it can flourish.
Miller up top, guarded by Dumont. Pass to Charpentier. Leon.
It's good from long range.
And that's using the bounce pass to perfection.
It's Paris leading. MP outside. Ahern right side. MP. And another miss by Paris. Pass to Charpentier.
And there's the pick for three.
It's hauled in by Ledoux. And it's Paris with the ball.
They've led by as much as 10.
Well, with all the youth that Paris FC has, you would think that they lean on their vets, but they've got some young guys really stepping up.
Yeah, very quickly, guys like MP and other younger players have found ways to contribute. Kind of seems like Paris FC gets stronger every time they take the court.
Here's Bellini. He's covered by Ledoux.
Yep, that one goes.
MP with it.
He's got 19.
Pass to Dumont. MP. Back to Dumont. Here's Vasseur.
Here's MP for three.
It's good. The assist that time from Vasseur.
Just a huge scoring night for MP. Every time he has a game like this, MP gets that much closer to his dream of making it to the NBA. They'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Well, the deficit will go away quickly if he does.
Easiest play, just dunk it.
Yeah, just dunk it. Rise above the rim, young fella. And I like the way he capped that drive off, though, with one-handed punch.
The way this roster is constructed for Strasburg, they need to do a lot of their damage with the starting five.
Well, the on-off numbers for Ledoux are pretty startling. There's a lot of talent on the bench for Strasburg, but I'm not sure if it's quite game ready just yet.
Count that bucket. Takes the three.
That one doesn't go either for MP. Strasburg trailing. And the jam by Lambert.
up and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one.
You don't want to make that guy angry.
No, you don't. And he's hoping to excite his teammates, I'm sure.
Pass to Leduc. Ahern left side.
Hits it from three-point range.
Well, Paris needs Ahern scoring from all over the floor. His three-point shooting can trigger their entire attack.
Here's Loyola. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for him. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second.
Zadirko outside. Here's MP. The shot is good. The assist from Zadirko.
Athletic play from MP inside, getting around the traffic and finding a shot.
Takes the three. He can't get that one. And that concludes the first half.
Paris FC basket ahead.
They're up by 9. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter going.
Third quarter is now underway here between Paris and Strasbourg. Strasbourg with the ball.
9-point game.
And for guys that have played or watched both this league and the NBA, there are some stark differences.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, Europe, there's a lot less isolation, much more team-oriented play. And really, you talk about the skill of these players, pretty much everybody can hit a jumper from distance as well.
Pass to Lemuel. Miller outside. Back to Lemuel. Leduc.
From outside, off the mark.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. Working around, getting easier shots.
And here's MP from the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, for a guy like an MP, trying to make a name for himself, hitting threes, they'll go a long way.
To the middle.
Monsieur.
And he converts the layup.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. Nice job taking it right to the tip for the layup.
And we've seen MP start to adjust to the speed of the French league, looking much more comfortable.
Oh, listen, guys, it can be rough when you first start playing the game professionally. But MP has got his fitness right and has the look of a pro player now.
Here's MP for 3. Here's Zadirko. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
What strength by Zadirko on that sequence, just willing that shot and despite the foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter.
Outside Lemuel. Monsieur. Pass to Leduc.
From past the arc. A rebound by Zadirko.
MP with it. Picked up by Miller. And it's MP missing.
I think he wore himself out with his performance in the last quarter. He hasn't nearly been the same in this quarter. Really careless turnover. That should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Now Paris FC basket with it.
And with Coach Wayne Graves for Paris FC, this is a bit of a chance for him to showcase what he can do as a coach.
Well, if Coach Graves can lead this team in the EBA tournament, he'll turn some heads for sure. It's not easy to do with such a young roster, but the talent, it's there.
Looking to end his cold spell, and a shot goes in.
Well, he's a serious playmaker. I mean, it's pretty easy to see why Leduc has so much success.
Takes it out to Zadirko.
Basket good.
I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Strasbourg Basket Pro having a tough go here.
To the inside.
Here's Leduc. And that one comes off the assist by Miller.
Strasbourg leans on Leduc for his passing, but don't overlook his ability to score from just about anywhere.
Back to Ahern.
Here's MP for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there.
The shot's good.
A huge scoring night for Leduc. We're seeing why most are saying he'll be a first-round pick. Another gem from France.
Here's MP. Strasburg with the rebound. What a showing we've seen from MP. He's clearly had more of an impact on the game than Leduc.
It seems like MP has stepped it up a notch, maybe trying to show that he's the guy to watch instead of Leduc. For whatever the reason, there is no question he's been a force on offense with the ball in his hands.
Tries a 3. And Harris, another triple.
What a competitor. He's been looking for his shot all game long. He shouldered almost the entire load for them offensively.
Inside. Some solid D there from MP.
To the paint. Got a piece of it.
The Stewart with the steal. Lemieux with it. Picked up by Ahern.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ahern.
They keep going to him, and he keeps coming through. He's leading the game in scoring.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome.
Paris FC basket ahead.
Up 19. And
now tipping off this fourth quarter action between Paris FC and Paris going with a different look here. Strasburg calls timeout. Pass to Ahern. Back to MP. Dumont. MP outside.
The 3 is up.
Miller pulls it in. Outside Lemieux. And there's a foul called on MP.
That's his first foul.
Pass to Roquefort.
And the lead is down inside single digits.
Well, when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to do it and get back into this game.
And it was their defense, just as much as their offense, that served as the catalyst and allowed them to put this run together.
What a display.
Left side, Leduc. Shoots over Illich. Leduc can't hit. And it's Paris with the ball.
Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Hits the three-point bomb.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot.
Now here's Leduc. Covered by MP. And it's Leduc with the 3.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the 3 right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
You gotta ask, where was he going with that pass? Awful turnover.
So Strasburg now.
They trail by 9 points. Tries it from 9.
Good work defensively by Illich. Here's Paris. MP outside. Leduc with the steal. Here's Roquefort. And that one comes off the assist by Miller.
The quick action from Quentin Miller. He saw a window and sent the pass.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone in the fourth.
Pass to MP.
He tries for 3, bangs home the trifecta. And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too. It's no wonder why Leduc is so highly rated among the draft prospects. He has tremendous offensive instincts and upside.
And MP gets it to go.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove, and that tray of his has just been deadly.
Leduc with it. MP's there. Leduc gets the bucket.
Just a great piece of work to get to the hoop. He tore the D to shreds.
Elich. He's guarded by Roquefort. And here's MP from the arc. And Paris, another triple.
Terrific run to put this ball game away.
And now let's see just how much longer they keep that foot on the accelerator.
They got to keep it on the accelerator to the finish line.
Leduc can't hit. And here's Paris, leading by 12. And Paris tacks on 2 more.
I'd say that's it, guys. They're not coming back from this one.
Nope. Any chance of that happening has long since passed.
We're still here.
Again, Leduc missing.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The D got lucky.
MP, it's good.
3 points.
Who's watching here? That's going to put a ribbon on this one. Paris FC comes into town and secures the win.
So when you got a young team like Paris is, it's never easy to get a win on the road. They showed a lot of grit and fight the way they battled it out.
And for MP, nice for this team to get a win over Leduc with so many fans in attendance.
And this win doesn't necessarily mean that MP is going to jump Leduc on prospect boards or anything, but he certainly showed that he has a lot to offer, and he continues to develop his game.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz, this is Blake Suniga saying thanks for watching.
Vincent Leduc is considered one of France's best playmakers, but you thoroughly outplayed him tonight. What does that say?
Look, I have a ton of respect for guys in this league, guys like Vince. That's why I'm here. Because going up against these guys is going to make me a better basketball player. So to outplay someone like Vince, that means I'm on the right track. And it makes me want to work even harder.
On top of outplaying Leduc, you helped lead Paris to victory. Talk about it.
My job is to do whatever this team needs. Whatever that is, that scoring, defense, playmaking, rebounding, whatever. I feel like I could do it all. And I want these guys to know I'll run through a brick wall for them if I have to. I'm that committed.
How was the escargot?
Awesome, bro. Them things was bussin'. I mean, it's basically just a bunch of butter and garlic, but it also has some crunchy bread on it. I don't even know what it was, but hey, look, Americans give Snell.
In tonight's matchup against Marseille, you get a first-hand look at Louis L'Aigle Dupont, who's currently projected to be a first-round draft pick in this year's NBA draft. Have you had a chance to watch any tape on your fellow draft prospects?
L'Aigle means eagle, right?
L'Aigle.
L'Aigle means eagle, right? Yeah, so dude can soar, no doubt. Great finisher. But we gotta deny him the ball, because he knows how to get to the cup once he gets the rock.
This is a do-or-die game for Paris FC Basket. Win, and you'll earn a berth at the European Basketball Alliance Championship Tournament, and lose and you're out. Obviously, you have the rest of the FBSL season no matter what. But how important is it for you to play in an EBA championship?
Yeah, well, the EBAs don't start until after the French season is over, so we try not to get too wrapped up in that. Tonight we play Marseille, and they're a great team.
And just moments ago, an aerial view above the Arc de Triomphe monument here in Paris. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us for tonight's FBSL action between Paris FC and Marseille. I'm Blake Suniga with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi. Guys, this should be a fun one.
It's old versus new here. It's an interesting one. Veteran Marseille on one side looking to steal a win against the youth movement, Paris FC.
And tonight, Paris needs this victory to qualify for the EBA tournament.
Well, certainly a lot on the line for MP and the rest of the Paris squad. But I know that Louis Dupont and Marseille would love the chance to play the spoiler here in front of a rowdy Parisian crowd.
Well, really, guys, so much on the line tonight for Paris FC. A win here against Marseille, and they'll punch their ticket to the EBA tournament. But if they lose, that's the end of their championship aspirations for this year. Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. Nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
Pass to Zadirko. Back to MP.
From beyond the arc, the three-pointer is on target.
You got the feeling that MP is going to do everything in his power to get this Paris team into the tournament.
For MP, it's not just about getting to the tournament. He wants to win the whole thing. And usually a team from France has as good of a chance as any to make some noise there. There are some great teams in Spain and Turkey as well, but from what I've seen, they could do it.
Without a doubt, this Marseille squad belongs to Louis Dupont. Really a gifted finisher, one of the best finishers in all of Europe.
He's the heartbeat of this team, and he is their leader. Marseille can go as far as Dupont takes them, and the way he's played all season, the sky is the limit for Legue.
And they grab their own miss.
Good on the bucket.
If you let the big man Parker roam free on the glass, expect to get burned. Terrific effort by Theo there.
And here's MP from the arc. MP can't get that one to fall. And here's Bourgeois. Bourgeois, long range. Bourgeois missing again.
Well, you look at the path Paris FC took to get to this point. The youngsters on the team have stepped up big time.
Well, whenever this team has looked out of gas, guys like MP have stepped up and found ways to keep them going. It's kind of a Cinderella story, but they feel that they're far from midnight.
Up top, Dupont. And Dupont throwing it down.
And that's a confidence booster right there for Dupont. The defense cannot allow him to get these kinds of easy baskets.
Now here's MP.
6 points for him. Lets the three fly.
It's hauled in by Bourgeois.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting him get that open.
Yeah, they got to tighten it up.
Here's Barrow.
Down low.
Bourgeois. That's in there. Barrow with the assist.
Nice job by Bourgeois, getting to his spots and getting exactly what he wanted.
And we knew coming into this season that Marseille would be strong, but they've really turned it on down the stretch.
No doubt. I mean, Dupont has led the way, taking his game to another level the last few weeks. Overall, the entire team, they've surpassed their fans' expectations already.
The three. Another three for Paris.
Well, the three-pointer has to be his best friend today, no question.
It has been today, anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Three-pointer's a nice friend to have.
Here's Parker. Here's Bourgeois. He lifts the block.
And they get it back. Shot clock at 6. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the...
All Paris. Here we are in Paris, such an incredible city, obviously a cultural center for the world, but also the heart of the basketball scene in France.
So many great players have gotten their start here, and what a dream it must be for these players to come and play in Paris. It can feel a bit surreal, I can imagine, but everybody on the floor has earned their spots tonight.
Pass to Ahern. MP. Another three for Paris.
Zero hesitation from MP. I love seeing the confidence.
Tipped.
Ahern outside. Elich with the bucket.
He's got so many tricks in his bag. He will find a way to hurt you.
Brisebois outside. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And Brisebois very clever in how he picks up these calls. Defense has to be more careful trying to guard him.
Both teams will make substitutions.
And good on the second, so he makes both.
Paris trailing. Aaron on the wing. Back to MP.
Launches a three.
And the rebound goes to Marseille basketball. Now Brisebois.
11 points in the game. To the inside.
Bourgeois.
Nails the baby hook.
Great unspoken communication between teammates, leading to the nice assist and easy two.
MP outside.
And the three ball is good.
When you think back to how MP looked at the start of this season, we've seen a lot of growth in his game.
You know, you think back, Blake, when you talk about the start of this season, there were some shaky moments. But once he started getting comfortable, you could see everything start to fall in place for him. He's been crucial in the success of Paris FC.
Well, this is where Parker excels. When he's inside near the basket, he can be a force.
Here's MP for three. Another three for Paris.
What a half he's having from downtown. He's been locked in since the moment he stepped on the hardwood.
To the middle.
Pass to Bourgeois. Stolen by Elich.
Up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Listen, okay, Portier is tall for a point guard, which allows him to fight through contact and finish those tough shots.
Here's Riard. Here's Bourgeois.
Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Back to MP.
Trying his luck deep.
And it's Riard with the rebound. Marseille leading.
To the paint. Parker using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Very clever passing. He put the ball on a silver platter for him.
Here's MP.
That's a basket, and it's his 8th from the field, 8 for 14.
You know, we saw MP get tested multiple times this season by his opponents and sometimes really by his own team. But he's passed every test thrown his way.
And the resilience that MP has shown this year cannot be ignored. It's not easy to find success in a strange land, but MP has done that and then some.
This is DuPont at his very best, slicing and dicing on the drive.
And here's Ahern behind the arc.
Drains the three-pointer. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of play.
Marseille basketball out in front.
They're up by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us here on 2K Sports, it's Paris FC Basket hosting Marseille basketball as we get going here in the second half for this FBSL matchup. Well, you look at the French culture, they absolutely love their sports here.
Soccer, or rather, let me be correct here, football is still king and probably always will be, but basketball isn't too far behind now. The popularity of the sport has exploded here in the last few years. And with Wemby doing his thing in the NBA, I think it's going to continue to grow.
Went for the two-hander on that slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there.
He might be sensing that this is a critical time in the game, guys.
MB, no good. And Marseille with possession here.
They lead by 4. Parker's shot is good.
He really had his eyes open. Good vision to see they had an open shot outside and get there.
Pass to MP. Elich, defended by Bourgeois. Ahern outside. Here's MP for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ahern.
Just a huge scoring night for MP. Every time he has a game like this, MP gets that much closer to his dream of making it to the NBA.
He's got space. It's hauled in by Paris.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Zadirko, good.
Even against close coverage, Zadirko can be effective inside.
Pass to DePaul.
Fires from deep.
They get the rebound. Bourgeois. Brisebois, long range.
Buries it from three-point range.
The D, they sagged off him, and no hesitation on his part to rise up and bury the three.
Zadirko outside. Elich. MP outside.
Shoots a three.
And Paris, another triple.
And there's MP's competitive nature coming out. So he just had to answer that last three.
Now here's Brisebois. Guarded by Dumont.
And down it goes. 2 points.
He's just feeling it. He's terrific at shooting it from the field.
Here's MP for three. Hits it from three-point range. It's a tie ball game.
Well, hey, MP can make that shot, especially when you allow him time and space to get comfortable.
Pass to Parker. Shoots. And there's Marseille with another bucket.
Textbook. Nice pass, nice catch, nice shot.
Outside for Elich. Now here's Dumont. Here's MP for three. Another three for Paris.
And add another three-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You love to see that.
What a game we've seen from MP here. He's completely outclassed DuPont on the offensive end so far.
And after the lack of effort, DuPont has tried to get things going. But right now, MP is the one who is soaring over the competition.
Now here's MP.
He has 35. Zadirko, good.
Defensively, you've got to get a body on Zadirko and box him out. He's a very large dude out there.
Now here's Brisebois.
He's got 16.
Parker a screen.
The tray.
And it's MP with the rebound.
You can just tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Boy, I mean, he's just shaking his head after that miss.
Parker grabs the miss.
That is such a low percentage shot.
Look, he's got to remember, he's got 4 teammates out there with him. He doesn't need to do it all by himself. This is a team game.
Yeah.
Now here's Barrow.
Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points in the game.
Marseille, no good that time either. It's Paris leading. MP outside.
Off target from outside.
Pass to DuPont. Bourgeois. Defended by Elich.
Solid on the one-hand slam.
And when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
2 easy points.
Yeah, he's an extremely reliable finisher.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game.
Welcome back. It's the final quarter of action.
Teams making some changes here.
Now Paris FC basket with it.
Pass to Zadirko.
MP.
It's good from long range.
And I love MP's shot selection. Just keeping things simple and taking what the defense is giving him.
All on the wing. Out to Brisebois.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Zadirko.
And so it looks like Paris will retain possession here.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter.
And MP gets it to go.
Unselfish play by Zadirko. He sets his man up perfectly.
Here's Brisebois. Up top, Parker. DuPont, covered by MP. And there's a foul called on MP.
That is his first foul of the game.
Pass to DuPont. Arrow.
No good from outside.
That shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make a comeback.
Now Elich, guarded by DuPont. Back to MP.
He tries for three.
And the rebound goes to Marseille basketball. Here's Bourgeois outside. And it's MP with the rebound.
Even without that three-ball droppage for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Yeah, as a coach, you can't stand seeing him have that much space to get his shot off.
And a lot of rumors swirling for Bogi Elich. Some folks close to him feel that this could be his final season.
No announcement yet for Bogi, but there's a small chance that we could be watching the final act of his basketball career. Again, this is all speculation, as Bogi hasn't indicated if this is it for him.
And if they want, they can milk the clock a little bit here.
Great point, Blake. That'd be the best option. I'd agree. You should coach.
And he is good.
Since the start of the fourth, Brian, that three-point shot has really been there for them.
Yeah, doing an excellent job finding the open man on the perimeter this quarter. And the three-pointer has been a weapon of mass destruction for them right now.
Boom.
Pass to Parker.
Shot to stop the drought.
Ahern with the rebound. Here's MP.
From downtown.
Rebounded by Brisebois. And Marseille with possession here.
It's a 10-point game.
Well, it doesn't take a private eye to figure out why they call DuPont Le Egg. He simply soars through the air, and along with Marcellinus Alvarez, has a claim to the best dunker in Europe.
Reminds me a bit of a player named Han Chi, who played a few years over here. You might remember him as the Flying Dragon. They both have the ability to explode off the floor when they take it to the rack.
MP, no good.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Inside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
It's going to be on Zadirko.
Making the defense collapse on him. That's what Parker does.
And he hits both from the stripe. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And that's an intentional foul. And so they foul intentionally.
And it's Harris with the ball.
They've led by as much as 10. He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, yeah, you talk to MP, and he'll tell you it's been a great experience coming to Europe, playing at this level. He's worked really hard to continue to improve his skills while facing competition. It's been a win-win.
Now a timeout called by Marseille.
Guys, what do you think?
I applaud them for trying until the very end, but this one's in the bag.
Absolutely. The only thing this timeout's going to do is draw out the misery a little bit longer.
And we've got dinner plans tonight.
Brisebois long range, and Elich pulls it down. MP with it.
From deep.
That's good, and it's Dumont with the assist. The final horn sounds, and Paris FC gets the win. They have now secured a spot in the EVA tournament, and what a thrill it must be for all these fans here at home.
I mean, to even qualify for the EVA tournament was kind of a pipe dream at the start of the season. And now they've done it. Wayne Graves, MP, they've worked together. They've led this team further than anyone could have imagined.
And for Paris FC with a trip to the EBA tourney in hand. Who knows how far they can go?
I would not bet against them at this point, no matter who the opponent is. This team has grown so much, and right now they're riding a lot of confidence heading into the tournament.
And that about does it, folks. For Tim Swartz, Brian Banafitemi, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew.
MP, congratulations on the big win. How does it feel to clinch a spot in the EBA Championships?
Wow, I mean, my whole squad, y'all, come over. We're looking forward to it. This has been one of our goals all season long, but we can't get ahead of ourselves. Coach Graves always stresses taking it one day at a time, and that's what we're going to do, right?
Well, yeah. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you. Have a good night. Go celebrate, boys.
Seems like just yesterday I was trying to convince you to come to Europe. Now here we are, about to play Istanbul for the EBA Championship.
Austin, you keep popping up on me, and you realize I almost fired you for less, right?
Yeah, I was there. I remember.
All right, but I mean, I guess you kind of knew what you were doing.
Well, it only worked because you...
Ali, as a two-time EBA MVP, what advice would you give your team before the championship game?
We know what we need to do to beat FC Baskets. I don't have to say nothing.
What do you expect from your opponent?
They got hot at the right time. But we have the best players in the tournament. The most experienced. Strongest will win. I expect them to lose.
Man, Ali, you have surprised me, man. I thought you'd be bigger, stronger, scarier.
Well, tomorrow, you will see how strong I am.
MP?
Yeah.
MP, how are you feeling ahead of this championship game?
We feel excited at the moment, and we're so focused right now. This is a tremendous opportunity to bring home the EBA title to Paris. And I know a lot of guys...
So, do you have any thoughts on your opponents, Istanbul Basketball?
I've watched the game tape on them. I know they've got some quality players, but I've played against some of the best players across the world in multiple countries. And I'm confident my game is better. This is what you spend all those hours in the gym for, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hier, bitte. Ich habe eine Frage.
And a distant view of the skyline of Rome, Italy, our site for tonight's action. Good evening, everyone. What an exciting night. It's the EBA Championship between Paris FC and Istanbul basketball. I'm Blake Suniga, along with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. It's winner take all here, and the kings of Europe will be crowned tonight.
We can't wait. We likely have a contender with the powerhouse Istanbul team on one side, but we have the surprise team, Paris FC, surpassing all expectations this year on the other side.
And now Paris is just one win away from immortality. They've been led all tournament by MP.
And Istanbul has leaned on Guban during their run to the finals. Both MP and Guban have been the stars of this tournament, and one of them will have a dream finish when it's all said and done.
And what a backdrop we have here in Rome for this incredible matchup in the EBA Championship. So much on the line tonight.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Now here's MP.
The quick look. No good that time.
Ill-advised shot selection right there.
I'll say, that was lower than low percentage.
No chance.
And after the horn sounds, one of these teams will be crowned the kings of Europe.
And what a journey it has been for MP with this.
Istanbul to start it out.
And what a backdrop we have here in Rome for this incredible matchup in the EBA Championship. So much on the line tonight.
And it's in.
They get the first bucket.
And they'll hope that sets the tone at the offensive end going forward.
Yeah, sometimes that first bucket can really set a tone, as you said, for the rest of the game.
Now here's Illich.
Good on the triple.
And after the horn sounds, one of these teams will be crowned the kings of Europe.
And what a journey it has been for MP with this team. But they have some stiff competition on their hands with Guban and a very tough Istanbul team.
Outside Toprak.
And just about a minute into this first quarter.
Jamal with the steal.
Pass to Zadirko. MP. No good from outside.
Many are wondering what the future holds for MP after this title game. A lot of options for him with the way he's shown out this year.
And whether he stays here in Europe or if he returns home to the States, nobody can be sure. But what is clear is that he's upped his profile as a player and is now a wanted prospect.
Now here's MP.
Off the mark there with the three.